Hi everybody, today we're going to talk about lye soap making. You know, nowadays we have lots of different types of soap. We have dishwashing liquid, we have laundry detergent, we have hand soap, we have bath soap, we have body gels and washes that you can use when you take a bath. In the 1800s, they only had one type of soap, and that would be lye soap. To start the process to make lye soap, you would first have to make the lye. And that's why we have this box here. It's called an ash hopper. They would take the ashes out of their fireplaces and put in here. And when it was full, they would add boiling water. And that water and the ashes, which ashes mainly contain potassium carbonate, and that water would combine with that ashes and it would make the lye, which is sodium hydroxide, and it would make the lye that they could use in their soap. Now the next step would be to build a fire and go from there, and we will get to that point in just a moment. First step in lye soap making is safety. Lye is also called caustic soap, and so if you're not careful and you get on your hands, it might burn your hands. We do not recommend doing this at home. When we make lye soap here at ACOT Birthplace, we use 3 ingredients and we follow a very specific recipe so that when we make our soap, it is safe to use. We use lye, we use water, and we also use lard, which we have melting in a pot over the fire. Fresh lard would not have been used to make soap. That would have been used in cooking. They would save old and rancid lard, and that's what they would use in their soap. Now that our lard has melted in the pot, we are going to very slowly add the lye water mixture that we made using a tin dipper here. And I'm just pouring it down this wooden paddle to kind of help me remember to go slow. And you want to go slow because once it hits the lard, if you're not careful, it will bubble up over the edge of the pot. Also, I don't know if you noticed, I'm trying to stay a safe distance from the fire so I don't catch my clothes or my shoes on fire. Safety, as we mentioned at the first of the video, is very important. Lastly, you have to stir the melted lard and the lye water together to kind of force them together. Kind of like oil and water doesn't like to mix. These elements don't like to mix too well either. So you stir it over a fire until it mixes together. And depending on the weather outside and how hot your fire is underneath, it could take 45 minutes to 2 hours. So we'll stir and stir and stir until it's ready. There were a couple of old wives' tales regarding making soap. Some said if a pregnant lady stirred the pot, it wouldn't make. Some said if the moon wasn't right, it wouldn't make. So there are lots of various wives' tales over making soap. So now all we do is we stand here and we keep our fire going and we keep stirring until we have soap. Our soap is made. Now we're ready to take it out of the pot and put it into our soap mold. So we're going to stop stirring here a minute, and I'm going to take our stirrer out. And this is our mold we're going to put it in. And You have to be very careful because this is very hot. And you may be wondering at this point, how in the world is that soap? It has to sit for about 2 weeks and cure or harden, and then it will be ready for use.